Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Sanders. You will get to know me a lot more in the next few activities. I have some more videos for you of how to help you do everything this week. I just wanted to start here with our Zoom, which is going to be the very first thing that you see, our Zoom page, which tells you how to connect with us through video, which we're going to do twice a week. And it's going to be through these two links here. Obviously, just one for whichever one you are. Either you're a ninth grader. Actually, it's not necessarily true. I have 10th and 11th grade kids in there as well. But if you are taking my AP Human Geography class, this is the link that you will click to get to our Zoom class. Make sure that you are getting out your calendar. It's going to be really, really important that you guys keep track of everything that we have to do because it's going to become overwhelming if you're not making clear lists. I would recommend having a big list book, not necessarily a fancy planner. You don't need that. In fact, a list book or a spiral notebook that's just for your lists is going to really help you. You don't want to just think that you're going to remember everything by going through on here, because there'll be things that you might be like, oh, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to do it later at the end of the week. And you need to remember that you're going to do it at the end of the week. I always say set alarms as well, especially for things that are really important. Like for my for the AP class, Human Geography, we're going to be reading every night. So if you think that you might forget to do that, you want to set a time during the day, set your alarm clock for Monday through Friday at, 7 o'clock, and do not turn it off until you have your textbook in front of you. So you want to make sure that you're using your alarms. I have about 20 alarms set on my phone for every, they're repeated for different times of the week because I have regular things that I have to do and I'm going to forget. So writing it in your calendar is not always enough. So make sure you're doing both of these things. The other thing that I wanted to tell you, there's some ground rules for being on the Zoom sessions. Number one, make sure that you're ready ahead of time. Don't just set your alarm if you are in geography to 11:30 or world history to 10 o'clock and wake up at 10 o'clock and think that you're just going to push it on your phone and lie there in bed and watch our Zoom session. You wouldn't be lying in bed in class. I want you to be in the frame of mind that you would be if we were sitting in the classroom. You're alert, you're awake, you're looking like you're trying really hard to understand what's happening. You're asking questions. I don't want to also see your screen with you like in the very back of your room. It is a tiny little person. I want you up front, like it's, like the class matters to you. And the other thing is you may have to move around, right? You may have to go to the bathroom. You don't have to raise your hand and say, may I go to the bathroom? I would just see that you're going somewhere to do something because you would turn your video off in your Zoom. And I will show you how to do that in just a second. You're not going to walk around with your computer through your house trying to find a place. You would turn your video off, move to the other room, and then turn your video back on. So it doesn't mean you're turning the whole thing off. You're just not showing your face during that little short amount of time. So let me just show you how that would look. I'm going to go ahead and click the Zoom link, and it would take you to, I have another little dialog box that opens up right here. Let me move my little face out of the way. So I would click on Open Zoom, and it opens up to this. And so right away I can see myself as right in front of the camera. I can take this off now. So basically, some of you might be like, okay, I don't want to be this big, this close. One thing I want to say to you is you do not need to be, I will give you a lot of warning if you're going to have to, participate a lot on your own, like present something. You will be very prepared for that. So there are a lot of ways that we're going to participate. Some of you will be more comfortable like discussing things all the time on Zoom. There's other ways that we can do it. We are going to have a chat feature open. So you'll see the chat up here on the right where you can type a question. I don't understand why, try to use good grammar. Why, you put your question up there to everyone and they can answer back. I'm not sure if you guys are going to have the capacity to individually text each other. There are times where you may want to do that, but I can see everything, just so you know, at the end, even though it's you think you're just messaging somebody in class. I can see everything that goes back and forth. So And I do look at the record at the end, and I just want to know that you're helping, and there might be that I'm like talking over here. Somebody else wrote a question. I might not even see the question, but other people in class do. And so they're writing back the answer because, we're all working as a team to move class along. So down here at the bottom, you'll notice that you do have the capacity to turn your video off. I just click on the camera and I have a little icon that I put up there. And you'll notice my video is now slashed. You can also, let me start it again. How do I turn it off? There we go. Sorry. There we go. Up here at the top where it says Zoom US, you go to preferences. You should also play around with those preferences. There's a lot of things that you can do. You can add down here. You want to go through all of these and make sure that it's set up the way you want it to be. There's some things you won't be able to do because I have control over, but one of the things that you do have control over is something down here called virtual background, where you can add, if you are kind of feeling like, I don't want people to see my room, I'm not, maybe you're not even in a place where you feel comfortable being on the screen. I want you to find a background that you can use. Something not distracting. I don't want you to put up your own unless it's like one color or not distracting, not controversial, not political, not attention grabbing, because we want to make sure that it's, that we're all able to stay focused. And so you could use any of these backgrounds. If you click that, it's going to look like you're, an astronaut up on the moon, and that's totally fine. So I want you to do what you need to do to feel comfortable with making sure that you are on video in a way that you want to be. Having said that, I just want you to understand that it's very, very hard for me to teach when I don't see your face. It's not required. I can't require it, but I do want to know why. If you feel like there's a reason why you can't be on the video, please email me, or I will be contacting you because I'm concerned. I want to know who you are. I want to get to know you. And I don't see how we can do that if I don't see your face and can see a lot of body language and expression about what you're doing. So please email me so that I know, if you're going to be one of these people who I never see in class. I know you're participating because I can see your responses and I can see that you're doing things, but I do please recommend that you get onto the video and you're comfortable with that. Nobody's judging anybody. I mean, I have a big gap and obviously people know that. And my hair is often a mess. My room may not, be in order. I got stuff all over the place. We're all doing the best we can. This is our little space where we can try to get comfortable. So anyway, that is pretty much it. The other little thing I did want to say is that we have one more little place down here that's called reactions. Because I want to see you up close in the video, nodding if you are understanding what I'm saying, thumbs up. You will be muted down here. You'll have a slash across the mute button. I may say take it off. I want to hear everybody at the beginning. I want to hear everybody at the end. But when we're generally going through everything, you're going to have that mute button on. So it'll be slashed. I will not hear anything because otherwise it really interrupts the sound. So it makes it distorted and everything. So I want to make sure that everybody has that off during our sections. I will see you. And the second that you'll notice reactions over here. You can put your thumbs up with a reaction, or I can just see your thumbs are up. You understand what I'm saying? I'll say that all the time. Thumbs up if you're good with that. If you're not really so sure, do this. Timeout means you're going way too fast. And I'm sure we'll come up with other codes as well. So anyway, we're only going to be Zooming twice a week. But in between then, you'll have a lot of work to do, and you'll just go through these folders in Schoology. I also wanted to show you something that I like to do is make my screen really small. And then one thing that I can do is move this over. One thing I'm going to show you is this gadget up here on the top. Let me see how. Oh dear. Let's see. By doing that, I put you in the back. Get that back up. Come on. We are all learning in this process. I don't want to start this video over because there it is. I see it back there. I got too many windows open because I've done it already so many times. So anyway, one thing I'm going to show you, and I will show you this in a minute, is that we can cut. I'm going to add these little, see the scissors, pair of scissors up here on the right where my cursor is, and a little glue stick. We are going to add those because that will allow you to do this. Are you ready? Watch. I cut it, and I can put my screens right next to each other. Okay, so I can be on two screens. Right now, I can see I'm on Zoom right here. So if something happens, I can go right back to me because I'm behind that. And I can go right to the two side by side. I can see my directions here on the left. And I can do whatever I'm doing here. Maybe I want to look up something. Maybe I want to go to a document or something. Maybe I want to just go over to Infinite Campus and make sure that I have that ready. But it's a good idea to just, follow every direction that I give you slowly and in order. And please do not hesitate to call me. I'm going to give you a lot of advice about how to get in touch with me in this week one folder. You will add me into your contacts with the phone number. You can text me. And I'm probably going to be much more responsive than I should be because that's just the nature of where we are. I want to make sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing. And you can also email me. I will show you how to, send an email that is, appropriate and, so anyway, that's it. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on whether you're geography or history. And I look forward to meeting you all. Bye.